I'm wondering, when is it time? When is it time to really discuss the elephant in the room? When is it time to really talk openly about how each and every one of us feels? Because, you know, bottom line is, we obviously love him. We obviously want the best for him. We want him to succeed. We want him to come out the gates once again, once he returns, better than ever, stronger than ever, healthier than ever. But we're at a point again where it seems as though we're playing the waiting game once again. We're playing that scenario where, is it going to happen? When's it going to happen? Maresca came out today and said that Reece James is still out and his recovery is a bit delayed. He was meant to be back 2 weeks ago. So he went on to say that the most important thing is that when they come back, meaning all players, but let's be honest, there is really only one standout one at the moment, is the most important thing is that they're 100% fit. Reece is still not available. Now, Malagusto is still not available, but we've not had this issue with him. The issue is just ongoing to a point now where I've seen threads, I've seen people discussing, when is it time to discuss what we're discussing right now? And I know I've got a preview to do here. I know we've got things to actually talk about, and I will get to that. But at the same time, I feel like with Reece James, and again, one of my all-time favourite players already, which is crazy to say considering how little he has played, but what he has played has been an instrumental part in a lot of people's memories in the recent years and arguably overall at Chelsea Football Club. He is, after all, Mr. Chelsea. He is the captain. So what's next for Reece James? Looking back, he's played 23 competitive games since the turn of 2023. So when 2023 began, he's played 23 competitive games since then, which is outrageous. Let's not make too big a point of this, but it is absolutely outrageous that still arguably our best player, and above all else, our captain, our skipper, our main man, is absent, and he's absent through a lot of the big moments that we've been going through the last couple of years, the real struggling points. And whilst yes, he might be in the background doing what he does, talking to the players, doing what it is at training that he's there to do. Because let's be honest, it's probably not full team training for the most part. I just feel like at this point I've seen more pictures of him holding his phone in the training jacket and whatnot around the pitch or in his streetwear than I have seen him on the pitch in the last couple of years. Which I have, let's be honest. The games he's missed have completely outweighed the amount of games that he's played in. And I don't want to dwell on this too long, but I do feel like that I don't think, talked about this in too much detail, because I am someone who, I do think he will come back eventually. I do think he will hit that height one more time, but sadly, I cannot, with what history has shown us, I cannot fully believe that he isn't just going to get injured again. And for me, the next injury that he sustains that is of long term, hopefully, please, I'm praying that he doesn't. But you've got to think that that's it for him. You really do. You really, really do. At least at Chelsea. And people will argue, and I'm sure people will be saying in the comments before they've even got to this point, but they'll be arguing that, well, who's going to take on a £250,000 a week injury-prone player who, let's be honest, I don't quite know when his his contract ends, but I would be mistaken. I think it's in like 3 or 4 years now. 2028, yeah. So we've June of 2028. So we've got, what's this? This is 24, 25, 25, 26, 27, 28. So we've got 3 more seasons, including this one. 3 more seasons, including this one. Where, is that right? But either way, 3 or 4 seasons, basically. 250 grand a week. And I feel like it's been left long enough now where, you know, if you're coming at me here saying like, how dare you even say these kind of things? How dare you? How dare you? You know, just blindly go into this at this point. Like, I backed him so long. I know most people back him to you know, say he's the best right back in the world on his day. You know, he's the best this, what, you know, this, that, and whatever else, you know, on his day. But his day is never here. We never see him. You know? And as sad as it is, I'm desperate to see Reece James play in a Chelsea shirt on a regular basis, but it's just not the case. And going back to what I was saying, you know, is anyone going to want to buy him on that contract, on that amount of money, with that amount of contract left on his contract? It's not going to happen. It isn't going to happen. So we are, for lack of a better term, stuck with him for now, unless he really pulls it together. But it's not really down to him, is it? It's his gammy leg, which doesn't want to cooperate. And it is the saddest fucking thing. It really is the saddest thing that I can remember from a Chelsea standpoint, player-wise. Unless I'm forgetting something, this has got to be one of the most devastating parts of any player we've had. And I'm not including fucking Mason Mount. That wasn't sad. He chose to go. Reece James, he wants to play. He bleeds blue. He does. He is me. He's a Chelsea player through and through. And the fact that he doesn't get to play ever is a travesty in and of itself. But I digress. I've gone on pretty much the entirety of what I usually do for a video before I've even spoken about the fact that we're playing against West Ham early on Saturday morning or Saturday afternoon. Before we, carry on, please like the video, subscribe, hit the bell notification and all that good stuff. But also, let me know your thoughts on the Reece James situation. How long is too long without our captain, without Reece James as a whole, before you yourself are ready to say, enough's enough? You know, I never want to say that about him. I want to stress that. I never want to give up on him, but come on. Come on, there comes a time where it's like, I'm done waiting. And he never plays. And when he does, he gets sent off. I digress. If you are still watching at this point, props to you. But we do come up against a West Ham side now that can begin a season with 3 straight home league defeats. For the first time ever, the Hammers are the first club to play their opening 5 matches of a Premier League season in London since Charlton did in 2006. The first league game outside the capital isn't until early November for them. They have won only 2 of the last 12 Premier League home fixtures in 2024, drawing 6 and losing 4, beating Brentford 4-2 and Luton 3-1 respectively. The Hammers have failed to keep a clean sheet in 11 home league games since the 0-0 draw versus Brighton in January. Head-to-head, Chelsea have won 30 of the 56 Premier League meetings. They've only beaten Tottenham more often in the division with 35. Both Premier League encounters last season were won by the home team. 3-1 for West Ham at the London Stadium and 5-0 for Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. For the Blues, Chelsea can win their opening 3 away games of a Premier League season for the first time since 17-18 under Antonio Conte. I was there. In 2024, only Manchester City, Arsenal and Liverpool have earned more points in the Premier League than Chelsea's 42. That's in 2024, not this season. but in 2024, which is a pretty good fucking statistic there. Their 1-0 win at Bournemouth last weekend ended a round of 20 consecutive away matches in all competitions without a clean sheet. The Blues have been shown 16 yellow cards this season, more than any other side in the top flight. A club record 8 of those came in their last game against Bournemouth with Anthony Taylor, the referee. 3 of our last 4 Premier League penalties have been taken against Chelsea were missed, including Robert Sanchez's save of 2 that he last faced from Manchester United's Bruno Fernandes and Bournemouth's Ivan Ilson. I don't know why I struggled to say that so badly there. And lastly, Christopher Nkunku has scored more goals for Chelsea, 6, than he has made starts. So moving into that, I mean, arguably, not Reece James, but Christopher Nkunku is the standout points that needs to be made coming into this game because, truth be told, he needs to start. He's proven now, he gave him, 11 minutes to turn the game around and really make a mark on the game. And he did just that. He came on, got the winner, Jadon Sancho, the assist maker. And it was all a very well-worked machine. Now, coming into this game, you need to factor in a few things here. Fitness, obviously a huge part, but also quality and experience coming into a game like this. I don't like going to the London Stadium to play against West Ham. We haven't beaten West Ham away from home since 2021. Before then, we hadn't beaten them since 2017, which, am I right in thinking that was Upton Park then? No, the London Stadium. Fuck me, they've been there for a long time, Was that Upton Park? How long ago was Upton Park? Yeah, Bowling Ground. So 2017. We've beaten them twice since they're in the London Stadium. So it's not a guarantee. It's never a guarantee. What could be a guarantee is 2 straight back-to-back away clean sheets. It would be the first time in quite some time if we were to do that, at least 20 games. But coming into this, the starting 11 that I see starting tomorrow or today, whenever you're watching, Sanchez in goal. Disasi, unfortunately, on the right again because, no Reece James, no Malo Gusto once again. Fofana, Colwill, the back 2, of course. Cucurella on the left. Fernandes, Caicedo, and Palmer, the 2 in the middle and the 1 in front. Who am I forgetting? I think that is the one you'd go with, no? Madueke on the right, Jackson up top, and then Sancho on the left over Pedro Neto, which is painful to say, but I do think that is what most people would go with, especially after what we saw with Sancho. You probably should start him, but then maybe take him off, put him on in the second half. I don't know. It's hard. The thing is, though, that I've kind of gone back on what I said there. I don't want to see Nkunku as a striker. I really don't want to see him as a striker. So for that alone, you can't drop Palmer. You might be able to drop Madueke, let's be honest, but truth be told, left-hand side is definitely Sancho. Maybe drop Enzo. Put Palmer in centre mids and Nkunku in cam position. We'll have to wait and see. Enzo has Maresca has a real tall order on his hands here. I don't know how he's going to balance the books in terms of the players, but it's going to be a tough game nonetheless. Predictions wise, I am going to go. But I'm bored. I'm bored of predicting draws over and over again, but I hate predicting a Chelsea win, especially away from home, because it always ends up us getting absolutely having our pants pulled down. So, keeping you waiting. Hey! 10 o'clock. Predictions-wise, I am going to go with a 2-2. I have to go with a 2-2. I have to. I think we're going to concede. I think we're going to score. I don't think we're going to score just one, and I can't see us winning it straight out. off the rip. So we'll have to wait and see. It could well be back-to-back wins and back-to-back clean sheets away from home. I fucking hope it is. With that said, let me know your thoughts on everything I've spoken about today in the comments down below. My name is Harry, up the Chelsea, and peace.